Hello and welcome to the Hawthorns for tonight's championship fixture where Burnley take on West Bromwich Albion. And welcome to our pre-match show. We'll be here up until kick-off, where you can switch over to Clarets Plus for live audio commentary or a full match stream in selected territories around the globe. Joining us tonight is Andy Hodgson. Let's have a look at Andy in action.
Welcome. I am your host, Andy Hodgson.
Josh Brown has got it!
What are you most excited about today?
Going to the pub after.
There you go.
That doesn't translate very well, does it?
You're the fattest lady I've ever seen.
That's brilliant, Andy, isn't it? We've got your own little intro there.
That's terrifying.
What about that?
That's not me, that's my dad, Alan. I don't know whether you've heard of him. Nice fella, friend of Dan. Dan!
Now then,
there's trouble, Phil, before we start being biased about Burnley. On the YouTube feed that he's on at the moment, there are West Brom fans in there. Hello, West Brom fans. We love your club. We think you're brilliant. Good luck tonight. There you go. Now let's ditch that. Let's talk about Burnley.
Evens things up, yeah. I mean, what a few days it's been. Big win at Wigan, 2-0 against Millwall on Tuesday night.
I said the last time I saw you, when we were at Watford, it's going to take 10 games before we can really assess what this new squad, what this new team is all about. Actually, I'm going to cut it short. Well, what, 7 games now? And oh yeah, we're going to be good. We are the new Barcelona of the Championship, and Millwall proved that all you can do to this team now is kick them off the park. Let's get 3 yellow cards sorted in 15 minutes. All teams will then wet themselves, will win every single game. We're going up, Phil. We're going up.
What, a long way to go.
Oh, sorry.
Long way to go. I'll bring you down a little bit.
Sorry,
it's a tough division. It's a very, very even division. We've had a great week. It'd be fantastic if we could win tonight and go top.
Yep.
But it's a tough division, the Championship.
Well, I disagree with you, Phil, and I think you're using the platitudes of a footballer, and I want you to stop right there. Yeah, there's a bunch of teams in our way, but what I see is a massively flexible, agile group of hungry young men who have not achieved anything, and that is the best mixture you can get for success.
There's real ambition there in a young group, isn't there? A youngish group. And what a busy summer it's been. We saw you at Watford. I don't know where quite we were with signings then, but we've gone on since then, and it's 16 for the summer. That is incredible.
At that point, we'd signed 427 new players, and now you say 16. You've obviously got your numbers wrong. I've never seen so many players join any club anywhere ever. I mean, it's I've lost touch with who's who, so we'll all have to get a bit used to the new names and everything. But every new addition, even when you look at their highlights of them playing elsewhere at other clubs, they're all potentially goal scorers. And I'm talking about from the goalkeeper out, every single player has a chance to score now.
Yeah, the second goal, and we'll touch on that a little later on Tuesday night, looked like a 5-yarder from Jay Rodriguez, but the build up to that was sensational.
And any of them
every outfield player, every player, including Muric, was involved. It's a fantastic build up. Really good build up.
You know how we used to chant, you and I would do it, but not when we were on Clarets Plus or doing this. We would chant anti-football. Anti, right? So we don't do that now. Now we should be chanting lots of football.
It's a transformation like no other, isn't it? Absolutely incredible.
I couldn't get my head around it in the summer because I couldn't quite see that we'd signed that many players that had that much potential and all could turn it on when they got on the pitch. Now, after 7 games, and I said it'll probably be 10, I can see it. I see the vision.
Yeah, I think
the future.
Players have adapted as well, haven't they? Jack Court looks comfortable in it. Jay Rodriguez has been magnificent. Players have adapted. It's not just the players we brought in.
They all look like footballers now, whereas before they all look like holding, careful, calm down, because that's what we played. In fairness, we had great success for a good 10 years with Sean Dyche saying for 80 minutes, don't let one in. Let's see if we can nick one along the way. Set pieces might be important. Now, you say, who's got the ball? Who's going to score? Any of you? Any of them can score. Left back, right back, doesn't matter. Every time we get the ball, I go, is he going to run all the way and score?
Coutinho ghosting in at the back post, playing left back, is incredible, isn't it?
It's genuinely exciting.
The team news is in. I've got it here. Burnley fresh from 3 successive wins against Shrewsbury, Wigan and Millwall. Aaron Muric went off with a shoulder injury on Tuesday. He's okay. He plays. It's one change for Burnley, and that is a return for Ian Maatsen for Johan Berg Goodmanson. We think Maatsen will go to left back, Vitinho to right wing, and Jack Cork starts again today. Key player for Burnley, makes his 200th league appearance for the Clarets tonight. For West Brom, they tried to bring players in yesterday. Steve Bruce lost Semi Ajayi in Tuesday's 1-1 draw with Wigan. He's going to be missing for quite a while. Taylor Gardner-Hickman's a youngster, 20-year-old, has come in at right back, allowing O'Shea to move inside. They signed Brandon Thomas Asante from Salford. He's on the bench. Deals for Josh Anoma. Stephen Alzati fell through at the last minute. Callum Robinson has joined Cardiff City. So those sides for you in full, starting with Burnley. Muric in goal, Roberts right back, Maatsen left back, Harwood Bellis, Taylor in the centre, holding roles for Cork and Cullen. Remember Cork's 200th league appearance for Burnley tonight. Vitinho, Brownhill, Teller across the pitch. Rodriguez playing up front, so 4-2-3-1. Burnley bench, Bailey, Peacock, Farrell, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Johan Berg Goodmanson, Manuel Benson, who did so well as a sub on Tuesday night, Samuel Bastian, Darko Cherlinov. So no new signings, deadline day signings. Alal Dervishlaw and Jordan Baye not involved tonight.
Thank
for
goodness,
West Brom,
great for that pronunciation. Do some more pronunciations, Phil. I'm enjoying it.
we'll keep working on that. David Button in goal. That's straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good
for
one.
West Brom. Taylor Gardner-Hickman at right back, Connor Townsend at left back, Darren O'Shea, Kyle Bartley in the centre, Yoxalu and Mulumbi in the centre of midfield, Jed Wallace, Jonathan Swift, Grady Diangana behind Carlin Grant. West Brom's bench, Alex Palmer, Jake Livermore, the former England midfielder, Kenneth Sohor, Matt Phillips, Adam Reach, Brandon Thomas Asante, as we mentioned, and Zach Ashworth. Zach Ashworth is the son of Dan Ashworth. So those are the sides. Referee James Linnington. So who has impressed you so far?
Well, you have with those pronunciations. I mean, there's that many new names, it's remarkable. Apart from that, and hello Connor, who's on the live chat on YouTube at the moment, and hello Dave, who says that it's a good opportunity for me to sell some kettles tonight on this. That's not what I'm here for. Cut that out. But Dave recommends the Breville Hot Cup. Anyway, I digress. You were saying who's impressed. The trouble is, old school Burnley, you used to be able to pick one player and say, you know, oh,
yeah,
thank God Cornet's here. Do you remember how excited we were when Cornet came? It was like, oh my God, this will change our season. I remember saying it at Leicester, and he scored a wonderful volley, and you go, this is it. Everything to Cornet, let's see how it goes. Now we've got 11 Cornets, including the keeper, who's Cornet as well.
I was going to point out Manuel Benson came on and was absolutely magnificent on Tuesday night. And maybe on another day, he'd have gone straight into the side.
Yeah.
But he still has to be patient, still has to wait his turn.
Well, you think about those that are not in the squad currently, all of which I'd go, yeah, pop that, he can get in, he can get the new guys that have signed. You know, the Turkish lad.
You've done that because you know I've taken the fades away. Dervishlaw, we think it is. You don't say the G, I don't think.
You don't say the G.
But we need to clarify that with him, I think.
No.
And Jordan Bayer.
I've looked it up. I've listened to the pronunciation. You are spot on.
Yeah, I think it's like Gundogan. You don't say the G.
That's right.
I'll go with what the lad says. That's what we do in these circumstances.
Indeed. His goal compilation for wherever he's been, whether he's at Rotterdam or Brentford briefly, really, but also in Turkey as well. He can be the mazy runner from our half all the way up and score.
Looks a player, doesn't he?
He looks a
cutting
right
in from the left. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, all of the current team, vastly impressive. Connor Roberts is now released to play with his full potential that he never would have had under Sean Dyche. Although, you know, we always have to nod back with respect to that era. You have to say it has released players to play football, and they are loving it.
So far, so good.
Like him, brilliant, and Twine still to come, and Westwood still to come back on the pitch. Westy will love this, as you said to him the other week.
Yeah, Twine will love it. You know, it's made for him. It's made for him with so many options. Last night, the summer transfer window slammed shut. Let's have a look back at the window like no other for the Clarets.
The summer transfer window is open, and Burnley have already made 4 new additions to their squad.
Rock will tell you this right.
He's here! We can't believe
it! This video review is getting worse.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Waving him.
Mozzarella and a cuddly elephant. Some tasty paella and Burnley's new signing, Nathan Teller.
Who is this now?
Boo.
DF. Who the heck do we think that is? Dennis, Frankie?
You got me.
Let's see Paul Allen's card. Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
It's deadline day and Burnley are trying to get 2 new deals across the line.
I see new signings. Both time.
I hope it was all worth it.
Deal.
G'day, is that Burnley Football Club? Is there any more signing videos on the way?
All that for nothing?
All that for nothing.
Absolutely brilliant. There was some great reveals there. You're going to have to tell me your favourite.
My favourite is the Sixth Sense one. Who came up with that? Was that you, Phil?
It wasn't me. No. I've had very little involvement, to be fair.
You know,
the lads have done magnificent.
Dave Wilson, head of all communications for the Northern Hemisphere and content of Burnley. I reckon it was him because he's a genius. That
I knew about the deal and no deal for weeks.
Did you?
And I thought it might be an anticlimax when it comes out. It was magnificent when it came out.
That was good, but the Sixth Sense is good because it kind of creeps up on you with the whispering, and you don't expect. And it's the first one I've actually laughed out loud. And my wife went, "What are you laughing at, you weirdo? You'll be laughing at the weather next." But listen on the live chat on YouTube. Gulag Janitor says Burnley's media team have been on fire this transfer season. Some amazing player reveals, and I think that's absolutely
sums it up. Janitor. Yeah, sums it up. Magnificent, hasn't it? And what a summer! What a summer of change. And it's all got to settle down now and play games.
That's right. Well, the good news for the guys on the media team and you is you can now get used to people's names every week.
Hopefully.
And how to pronounce them. But yeah, we can now get down to watching the team play. Now, here's what I'm worried about, is that teams are going to suss us out and go, and on fancy Dans of the Championship, we will kick them off the park, and I think that's the way.
There's been a little bit of that. I mean, Matson reacted, didn't he,
yeah,
against Blackpool, and you've got to stop that, haven't you? You've got to, it's a mistake from the lad. He'll learn from it.
Very much so, but I don't think it's going to be any different tonight. You know, West Brom are a large, not particularly agile side. To be honest, they remind me of Burnley in earlier years, where they're just going to defend and try and nick something up front. Carlin Grant's not bad, but I think they're going to kick us.
Yeah, I like Jed Wallace. I like Jonathan Swift. They're good, they're decent players, to be fair. So it's a test for Burnley.
Yeah.
You'll know more after the next 3 games, won't you? West Brom here.
Yeah.
Norwich next Friday night at home, and then Preston away the following Tuesday. I think you'll know after those 3.
I'm out. I know what's happening now. I'm genuinely. I don't need 10 games, and I thought I did. I see it. It basically is. We are now a phenomenally flexible, agile, versatile, interchangeable squad that is going to win games, and the best thing you can do is kick us off the park, but in 15 minutes you'll be on 3 yellow cards and we're going to win 4-0 most weeks.
I've been told the G is pronounced.
What? Who said that?
It's official from the club. The G is pronounced.
Wow.
Derva Soglu. So we're not going forward. Derva Soglu.
Well, I never did.
Well, there you have it.
Well,
you told me that G wasn't pronounced.
I didn't think it was. The cat is amongst the pigeons now.
We got it now. We've got it now.
Someone genuinely official.
Yeah.
Like someone real, not.
Absolutely.
You don't make that up.
No, we checked with the lad. It's pronounced. So we move on.
If you're Turkish, put it on the live chat.
We move on.
He wants to move on. He wants to move on.
Midweek, the Clarets took on Millwall at Turf Moor.
What happened?
Let's take a look at how they got on.
Really just edging forward. Ball forward here for Rodriguez. Good flick for Teller. Brownhill trying to run off him. Teller looking to get the ball away here. Just ran into trouble. Rodriguez nicely away for Gudmundsson. Comes inside Gudmundsson. Is he looking to pull the trigger? Just wide. Super stuff from Gudmundsson. He's going to hit this. Hit it well. Good save, Muric. Spectacular save. Let's see what happens here. Gudmundsson with it. Save from Bialski. Saves the second ball from Taylor. Never scored for Burnley. Very nearly did there. Looks a good save from the keeper. Benson looking for some trickery here. Ships it inside for Roberts. Roberts on for Brownhill. Look at wide for Benson again. Stayed onside. And Benson's gone on the outside, done really well, hooks it back, chance for Burnley, well blocked, chance again and saved. It's Teller with the effort, tipped over by the keeper. Back again here for Benson. Benson looking to tease Murray Wallace. Back again for Roberts, on for Brownhill, on in turn for Court, good from Burnley. Here's Benson again, looking to tease Wallace. Can he get the cross in? He can! Rodriguez in there! Yes! Burnley lead! It's Nathan Teller, is it Coutinho? It's Coutinho at the back post. Coutinho's got his first Burnley goal. Creeping in at the back post with a diving header, and Burnley lead. Super ball in. The Brazilian's got his first goal for Burnley. On here for Roberts. Roberts driving forward, edge of the box now. Roberts touch on nice for Brownhill. Brownhill looks to have a shot. Save on the keeper. Yes, touched in, and that's Rodriguez's goal.
Brilliant.
Burnley have extended their advantage. Rodriguez on the score sheet again. Really well worked. Keeper couldn't keep the shot, and there was Rodriguez from a couple of yards. Burnley 2, Millwall 0. It was great to see Roger Eli on Tuesday again. Burnley winning by 2-0. Goals for Coutinho, his first for the club, and for Jay Rodriguez. Mention that Rodriguez goal because it was 25 passes and every player, including the keeper, before he scored. Fantastic football.
It is. Well, the possession is alien to us as Burnley fans. So we normally watch the ball and then go, get it quick. Oh, missed it again. So I mean, this is bizarre. And as a Burnley fan, I genuinely have struggled in the first portion of this 7-game run to get used to what we're doing, because I keep going, well, next week this is what happened. Surely. But it is, and it's happening every week. And even when we're drawing or we're not playing well in one of the halves, we're still clearly going to play that football all season, and it's very exciting. The possession stuff is just so alien to us. Ashley Barnes on the bench again today. Even he was at the start. He was getting a game and he was getting on. And you think, will Ashley fit this system as well as some other players?
But they've all adapted.
They've all adapted. It's lovely.
I mean, it was Coutinho almost playing as a left winger on Tuesday night. I mean, he was so far up the field. It is incredible. It's a completely different approach.
But it's not frightening
from Burnley.
No. Do you know what? If we'd have done that in the last 9-10 years, we'd have been terrified.
Yes.
If any of our goalkeepers, including Nick Pope, would have mucked about at the back, as you would see it, we'd have spent all of our time going, oh, don't do that, mate, don't do that. Now, I'm already with Muric, I'm like, excellent.
Excellent. You keep
take
doing
as long as you want.
Yeah, the crowd warming to it. I thought they were great on Tuesday night.
Well, we will make a mistake with that at one point.
Yes, well, we did against Blackpool, didn't we?
But
you've got to overcome it. You've got to move on, haven't you?
But
you've got to move on.
I don't have a problem with it, because
it's one defeat in 30 championship games now. Obviously, that includes the 2015-16 conclusion to the season. 19 wins, 10 draws, and just that one defeat that you saw at Watford. I'm holding you responsible for at Watford.
That is my fault.
Yeah.
But
Vincent Kompany has been talking to the press ahead of tonight's fixture.
What did he say, Phil?
Let's have a look at what Vincent Kompany had to say.
Vincent, it's still early days, but you'll be encouraged by the wins against Wigan and Millwall.
Yeah, encouraged by the wins, encouraged by, I think, overall since the start of the season, the performances. And I think physically we've been there, and I want to see now. Friday comes the biggest challenge, because you get to the end of that period, and if Friday we're able to put in again a good shift, then we will have shown as well to be physically robust enough for this league, and that's important.
Good goals last night. I didn't realise at the time Jay Rodriguez's goal involved every player. It's a long passage of play, a really patient goal.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. We've had since the beginning of the season some well-crafted chances, at least from that involve quite a few players. And look, for me, it can be player A to player B and a goal. I'm fine with that, but at times to get those spaces, you have to work the ball into those spaces, and that's what we did very well yesterday.
You've played at some of the best stadiums in Europe.
Yeah.
There was some atmosphere at Turf Moor last night.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I have a thing, I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one, and I'm not being pushed by media or marketing or anything, but I really love to see the kids wearing the shirts, and you know, it's a really special shirt. It just gives that little bit of a party atmosphere to the stadium. It feels like, and when the lads perform like this, it just blends into something very colourful. It's been, you know, a real happy place for us at the moment.
That was a happy Vincent Kompany speaking to the press on Wednesday. He did say, you know, 3 games in six days is a test. It happens every now and then in the Championship. You've just got to try and overcome it.
Yeah, I mean, I think as football fans we forget it. You know, you kind of go, oh, look at them, they're all on loads of money and it should be easy, but it's not. If you go through the physical exertion of trying to run for 90 minutes, then try and recover, then play again, that's really hard. It's physically hard and it's mentally hard as well. So it is a challenge. It's fantastic for us as fans because we get to see a lot of fantastic football. We're on the telly every Friday night, I think now. I think that we've booked the whole season, it would appear. So people want to see this team play, and of course everyone's calling it Vincent Kompany's Burnley now all the time. You know, what a change this has been over the summer, and he's rising to it straight away. What will we be like in the middle of January when it's snowing? Who can tell?
A lot of work's gone in over the summer, I can tell you, both on and off the field. A lot of work. We saw you at Watford. How are you? How are you getting on over summer? Plenty going on?
No, there's nothing going on for me. Nothing going on for me. Well, I would
keeping up with the reveal videos, I'm sure.
I spend all my time waiting for the next player to sign for Burnley and doing my radio show on a Friday across the UK.
And who did you speak to today?
Today's show was a goalkeeping special. Azimir Begovic, the Everton goalkeeper, was on. Mark Crosley, 300 appearances for Nottingham Forest. Azimir Begovic got a goalkeeping academy now, and he's done one at Burnley.
He has, Burnley College.
Yeah, he does Sarajevo, Cobham at Chelsea's ground, Everton and so forth. And Chris Kirkland, who was doing goalkeeping coaching at Colne for a little while.
Yes,
he was on as well today. So a few connections to the area.
And where can we find that? What station?
Fix Radio. Everybody listens to it, particularly if you're builders. A lot of builders like it. I've found a lot of builders.
Yeah.
If you've got a white van, tune in. It's on DAB across the UK, Amazon and the rest.
Yes, excellent. Some great interviews on a Friday lunchtime.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say so.
I know you spoke.
Is that written down on your script?
It isn't. No, it's not there. You can see the script. You spoke to Stephen Reed the other week, which was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he's taken a different. We were talking about mental health today, actually, with Chris Kirkland and Mark Crosley, who do walks for their own. Well, Chris suffers from anxiety, sleep problems, and Mark suffered from depression after he left football. And Scott Reed's taken a slightly different journey now, where he could have been in the Premier League with Coops, as he calls him, Mark Cooper at Nottingham Forest.
Yep.
And had a real think about it over the summer. I talked to him a couple of times and said, do you want to come on and announce what you're doing? And he went, I'm not sure. He said, Forest want to keep me. It's really nice that they want to get, but I'm just not sure. I think I want to go and do something totally different. And now he's doing.
We wish Stephen well. He's a top bloke. We wish Stephen well.
Sports people, actually, not just football. He's doing sports people.
And we'll catch up with him.
Health.
We'll catch up with him in the weeks ahead. Now then, looking back at a classic game, West Bromwich Albion against Burnley, going back to 2018. Burnley were the winners by 2-1. Let's have a look at the highlights.
He's back in the saddle with the whistle this time round. Lennon. Looking for Barnes. Oh, that's spectacular! And his sparkling run continues. For the first time ever, he's scored in 4 Premier League games in a row.
Lennon picks the ball up, and it's a lovely bit of movement from Barnes. He just steps back. Well, that is an exquisite finish. We talk about how easy this is, how easy it's been to get to Lennon. He finds himself in time and space, puts the ball in. It's a simple cross, but anything but a simple finish. And full credit to Barnes. It is an outstanding finish. Foster, absolutely no chance. And you've got to say, on the basis of the play, Burnley thoroughly deserved this lead.
Pope gets it away from under the nose of Rondon. This is Hendrick. Rolls for Lowton and now for Wood. And still, and Foster managed to get something in the way, but he can't stop Chris Wood. And West Brom can't stop Burnley. And that will surely now be game over. Burnley fans are jubilant. West Brom fans are now desperate. Work towards Dawson, who was trying to knock it down desperately for Rondon. Burnley now have another man down. Stephen Ward it is who's told to get on with it, and Rondon makes the most of the confusion. Something out of nothing for West Brom, something that was desperately needed for West Brom and for Alan Pardew. And Dawson, Brunt, that's it. The championship looms large for West Bromwich Albion. Games are fast running out on the pitch, and patience is certainly wearing thin in the stands. It ends here at the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion 1, Burnley 2.
A memorable win for Burnley back in 2018, on the way to finishing 7th in the Premier League. Let's not forget that fantastic season got Burnley into the Europa League. You remember that game well? Burnley 2-1 winners, Barnes and Wood the scorers.
Indeed, yeah. But where's Chris Woods now? He's just disappeared, really, hasn't he? He's just gone now, hasn't he?
He did come on at Anfield the other night for Alexander Isak.
Not familiar with his work, I'm afraid. I'm familiar with Michael Duff, though, who's we've seen today. He's here.
Great to see Duffo. Came over, had a quick chat.
Yeah, lovely fella. Barnsley manager now.
Yeah, wished him all the well at Barnsley. He's taken Adam Phillips yesterday, and we wish Adam Phillips well. A super midfielder. I think he'll do well in League One, and we look out with that with interest. It's got bound to be players leaving as well as coming, weren't there?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because a lot of those guys would have thought, hang on, I might have my chance here.
Yeah.
But of course, Vincent's brought in who he thinks are the right players for the team, and they've got to go out on loan. Some of them have got to go permanently, and it'll be hopefully good for them.
Adam Phillips is permanent. Lewis Richardson gone to Grimsby on a season-long loan. Bobby Thomas gone to Bristol Rovers on a season-long loan. And we wish the two of them all the best luck possible. Welcome to the fans joining us on Clarets Plus for audio commentary, and international fans joining us for the live video stream. And at that point, I'll just update you on the team news. One change for the Clarets, a return for Ian Matson. You remember he was sent off against Blackpool, served a 3-game ban. He comes in today. Vitinho will move further up the pitch. Johan Berg Gudmundsson onto the bench. It's Jack Cork's 200th league appearance for Burnley today. For West Brom, they had a mixed transfer window. They did bring in young Brandon Thomas Asante from Salford. He's on the bench. They tend to play 4-2-3-1. Taylor Gardner-Hickman has come in for them at right back. Semi Ajayi was injured in the 1-1 draw with Wigan on Tuesday night. Colin Grant got their goal. What do you make of West Brom? They're always a tough side at this level.
No. I mean, a lot of this stuff, let's be honest, people say what they're meant to say. Would you excuse me if I don't?
Well, no, you can say what you want.
I think they're really
5 draws out
average.
of 7. 5 draws out of 7 would tell me they're tough to beat. Beat Hull here 5-2.
I've watched some of their highlights. I've reviewed their games. My honest analysis is they are too slow, bit too big. They've got a little chance up front. If you get on a one-on-one, they might score. But essentially, we will dance around them like it's the National Ballet, my friend. Today, they're going to be no match for us. They have not got the agility.
They are a side that sort of bob up and down from the Premier League, don't they?
Oh, I thought literally bob up. They just stand there going, oh, what's going to happen next?
They've been a bit of a yo-yo side, for want of a better expression.
And Steve Bruce today, if he loses today 4-0, which is what I'm predicting, to the Burnley, he could be in trouble.
I'm not having that pressure on managers in early September.
What? Scott Parker's already gone.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers is suggesting that he goes at the moment by saying, I've got a rubbish squad.
They played Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, haven't they? Bournemouth, beaten Aston Villa, and he got the boot.
But clearly, he was saying the squad's not good enough, just like Brendan Rodgers has done in the last 24 hours. There's a pattern emerging there. And
you're right.
It wouldn't surprise me if one Mr. Sean Dyche ends up at Leicester. You think about it, if they haven't got the squad that's going to do Champions League top 6 and all that, who do you bring in if Brendan Rodgers goes? Sean's down the road.
I think the gaffer would want a bit of finance. He'd want to be able to do something in the transfer market. They've not been even looking, really, have they, it seems?
They haven't, but he could save Leicester, and you never know.
Yeah.
It's a big club, and he can stay in bed till 9:30 and then just go to training. It's near his house.
It's a bit nearer. Bit nearer. What about here? I don't think it's going to be a full house, is it? You said there's a bit of pressure on Steve Bruce.
Well, yeah, it's not exciting football. they struggle to make a highlights package out of a West Brom game. That's the, you know,
we've not struggled.
No, exactly.
No.
You get 30 seconds out of it. You know, you really do. I mean, the chances that they had against Wigan versus how we played against Wigan, you know, it was a bit boring.
Yeah,
frankly.
1-1, we won 5-1 there. Yeah.
But
I mean, do you worry that sides might be too physical for us?
No, you can't be.
Particularly set pieces.
You can't be, and Company knows this. If you've got a bunch of dancers on the field that are going to come and pirouette around you, all you can do is let them kick you, invite the aggro early doors to get those yellow cards. I mean, I think one of the West Brom players gets sent off tonight. So if we're having a bet right at the start, we win 4-0 and West Brom go down to 10 men.
Wow.
I just think they can't play it any other way.
I think they're a better football inside than you.
Do you?
Yeah, Jed Wallace is a good player. Jonathan Swift's a good player. They were really good free transfer.
You can't win with two players.
No, you can't, but they were really good free transfer signings in the summer. A lot of clubs were after Swift and Wallace, and they came here. So there is a pull here, I think. They've tended to do well.
It's near the M5, it's convenient, and there's a Starbucks 24 hours down the road.
Promoted 4 times. You know,
yeah.
they'll be in the mix. They'll be in the mix.
You think they will? No.
I think they'll be top 6.
Mid-table mediocrity.
Wow, you have got out of the wrong side of the bed.
I'm telling the truth. I am a truth teller, Phil.
Are you? I think this is an interesting spell for Burnley. We're playing Norwich next Friday at home. Norwich will contend. Lancashire derby at Preston after that. I think we'll know a lot more after these 3 games.
We will know that Burnley are exceptional and are one of the greatest footballing sides we have ever seen. Wherever it ends up at the end of this season, this is a brilliant footballing side, and the players he's brought in will replace the players that get injured or dip in form. We're going to have a great season, and that's why the away end is pretty much full.
It is full. It is on a Friday night with the game on TV. I think that's a decent turnout, isn't
Fantastic.
it? The fan zone's available at Turf Moor. It's live on Sky.
Yeah.
You know, to make your trip down here on a Friday afternoon.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
It's the excitement. I mean, it's enticing to come and watch.
The Preston tickets are nearly sold out for a week on Tuesday. So that gives you, an indication that it's a real buzz around the town.
Certainly is. You think about all the big teams that went down the leagues over, historically over the last 30 years or so, and Man City, when they went down to the 3rd division, Sunderland went down, they took huge away followings because it was dead exciting. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're a big club with an exciting future and season ahead of us.
Well, exactly.
7 games in, it's worth watching.
Tell us about Jay Rodriguez. He scored in the last two games. Burnley've got to find a way of keeping him fit.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing, and everyone said this, as long as he stays fit, he's perfect for this level because he loves it. He gets a bit more space. He can even goal hang most of the time and just touch him in for us because the other lads are marauding forward and taking pot shots from everywhere, left and right. He can just wait for the rebounds.
Yeah,
honestly, he can
the
play
last
really
time
easy
he played at this level was for West Brom, ironically. He scored 22 times.
Yeah.
He was up front with Dwight Gale, who got 23 that season. You can see a little bit of a similarity there with that partnership and the current partnership with Nathan Teller.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. Yeah, well, you look at how Teller started, got a point to prove as well. He's going to want to get as many goals, but this is made for J-Rod, it really is. He gets more space. They're probably less on him straight away as they were in the Premier League. He didn't seem to get the space or the run of the ball as often. He's getting it now, and you can see why he's starting him every single week at the moment.
Yeah, I think if he's fit, he starts.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Same with you, Phil.
It is. 3 games in 6 days. If he can find a way of playing in all 3, we do it.
Yeah.
I know he's been coming off, subbed off with a few minutes to go. And this is where Vincent Kompany's quite clever, using the 5 subs.
That is, but if you can get a couple of goals ahead, which we are likely to do with the potential we've got, and we're proving that already, you can save those legs every single time.
Sure.
You get to 70, 80 minutes and the game's safe. You can then shore it all up, bring Ashley on just to hold the ball up and you're
There's
away.
an element to that, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's saving minutes, keeping people fresh. He brought Josh Brownhill off, Coutinho off at Wigan.
Yeah.
They were close to the 90th minute, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Use the 5 subs.
And the other lads
you might not necessarily agree with the rule, but use the 5 subs.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with it. I think it's a great rule. We've got such a good squad now. I want to see them all coming on.
Indeed. And what about Coutinho? First ever Brazilian to play for Burnley.
Every time you say that, I've noticed doing this, you laugh.
I
Because
laugh.
it's like, there's
Can't
a
believe
Brazilian
it.
playing
I can't
for Burnley.
believe it. And he crept in at the far post to get his first goal from left back on Tuesday. And I had a word with him after, and I've got to say, he's English. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
And what a lovely fella. Just never stops smiling.
Better than your English, some would say.
Yeah.
I've on the
or
live
Brazilian.
chat today.
Did you mean Brazilian?
No, I didn't. They all seem like nice fellas. They've just come in. They're all saying the right thing, and all football players say the right thing.
They do,
and then you go on then, and all of them are delivering it.
But the proof in the pudding is the smiles on the faces out there, isn't
absolutely.
it? You know, they seem to be playing and really enjoying it. I'm surprised Southampton let Nathan Teller go out on
absolutely.
loan.
Yeah, it is a surprise. But you think about all the players that we've had and go everywhere in football and say the right thing, and then you watch them and you go, oh, come on. You know, and obviously some have come for the money, some have come because they want to be nearer home, or there's circumstances around it. All these players are genuinely currently really excited to play for Vincent Kompany in a project that is about winning, and getting promoted, and then let's see where we are. Do I get a permanent move? What will I do then? That's fantastic, and everyone's delivering on the pitch. I can't mark a man out and say, actually, I want a bit more from him, which I used to be able to say with the Burnley squad.
Well, you could. You always could. I thought Saturday was magnificent. Tuesday was great. Burnley were ever so patient in breaking a tough Millwall side down. And if you can keep that formula going throughout a long season, you've got every chance, I think. But I think tonight's a big test.
So
they're traditionally a good championship
Go
side.
on then. What's your score prediction? I'm going for 4-0.
I think Burnley can win, and I think 2-1. I think 2-1. But I think it'll be a tough game. We're waiting for the teams just to come out now, just in front of us. Here they come. Let me go through the sides for you. Burnley in claret and blue. We'll talk about the away strip in a little while. Jack Cork leading them out. It's his 200th league game for Burnley tonight. So Aaron Muric in goal. Connor Roberts right back. Ian Matson back at left back. Taylor Harwood-Bellis and Charlie Taylor in the centre. Holding roles for Jack Cork and Josh Cullen. Ahead of them, these three have been on fire. Vitinho, Josh Brownhill and Nathan Teller. Ahead of them, Jay Rodriguez, already 3 goals this season. Burnley bench, Bailey Peacock-Farrell, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Johan Berg-Gudmundsson, Manuel Benson, Samuel Bastian, Darko Cherlinov. Not playing tonight, signed yesterday, Alal Dervisoglu and Jordan Bayer. For West Brom, they go 4-2-3-1. David Button in goal, former Charlton keeper. Taylor Gardner Hickman at right back, Connor Townsend left back, Darren O'Shea, Cal Bartley in the centre. OK Yokuslu and Jason Malumbi in the centre. Jed Wallace, Jonathan Swift, Grady Diangana and Carlin Grant ahead of them. West Brom bench, Alex Palmer, Jake Livermore, former England midfielder, Kenneth Sahor, Matt Phillips, Scottish international, Adam Reach, the new signing, Brandon Thomas Asante and young Zach Ashworth. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us on our pre-match show. You can now switch over to Clarets Plus on our official app or website for live audio commentary. Or if you're outside of the UK, you can enjoy a full match stream in selected territories around the globe. Take care, everybody. See you next time.